Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast that brings you the latest news and in-depth analysis from around the world. I'm your host, Walter, and we're glad you're joining us today. We're starting off with a story from Japan, where Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba is facing a difficult election amid a surge in far-right sentiment. The ruling Liberal Democratic Party, which has been in power for most of Japan's post-war history, is at risk of losing its majority in the upper house of parliament. According to exit polls, the LDP and its junior partner Komeito are projected to fall short of the 50 seats needed to retain control. This would have significant implications for Japan's fiscal and political outlook, particularly as the country navigates trade talks with the U.S. One of the key factors in this election is the rise of the right-wing populist Sanseido Party, which has been gaining traction among young male voters. The party's Japanese First message has resonated with some voters who are concerned about immigration and the country's changing demographics. It's worth noting that Japan has a rapidly aging population, with foreign-born residents making up only about 3% of the total population. However, this demographic shift has still sparked heated debates about identity, culture, and economic opportunities. Prime Minister Ishiba has vowed to stay on as party leader, despite the likely defeat, in order to lead Japan through the critical trade negotiations with the U.S. The looming tariffs have created uncertainty for businesses and investors, and Ishiba's leadership will be closely watched in the coming weeks. As we delve deeper into this story, it's essential to consider the complexities of Japan's political landscape and the factors driving this shift towards nationalist sentiment. We'll be exploring these themes in more detail throughout the show. For now, let's take a brief break. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into a complex and multifaceted issue that's been making headlines lately: the current state of immigration policy in the United States. As we explore this topic, it's essential to acknowledge the diverse perspectives and experiences that shape our understanding of this critical issue. Recent reports have highlighted the use of social media by the White House to promote its immigration agenda, often using provocative and divisive language. This approach has sparked intense debate, with some arguing that it's a deliberate attempt to stir up controversy and energize the base, while others see it as a genuine effort to address the complexities of immigration. To better understand this issue, let's examine the facts. The current administration has indeed taken a hardline stance on immigration, implementing policies aimed at reducing the number of migrants entering the country. However, critics argue that these measures are not only ineffective, but also inhumane, leading to widespread criticism and concern from human rights groups. It's also important to consider the role of social media in shaping public opinion on this issue. The spread of misinformation and biased narratives can contribute to a polarized discourse, making it challenging to find common ground and constructive solutions. As we navigate this complex landscape, it's crucial to prioritize fact-based information and respectful dialogue. In our exploration of this topic, we've spoken to experts and individuals directly affected by these policies. Their stories highlight the human impact of these decisions, from families separated at the border to communities struggling to cope with the consequences of deportation. As we move forward, it's essential to acknowledge the need for a nuanced and balanced approach to immigration policy. This requires considering the economic, social, and humanitarian aspects of this issue, as well as the diverse perspectives and experiences that shape our understanding of it. By engaging in respectful and informed dialogue, we can work towards finding solutions that address the complexities of immigration while upholding the values of compassion, fairness, and justice. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. Today, we've been discussing the intricacies of Australian politics, and now it's time to dive into the latest developments. As the 48th Parliament opens, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is under pressure to utilize his significant majority to implement meaningful reforms. The Labour government has a unique opportunity to address various pressing issues, including the economy, housing crisis, and education. According to recent polls, the coalition is facing significant challenges, with their support dwindling to a near-record low of 29%. Meanwhile, Albanese's personal approval ratings have slipped, despite his party's strong performance. It's clear that voters are eager for solutions, rather than blame-shifting or partisan politics. The upcoming Productivity Roundtable, now dubbed the Economic Reform Roundtable, is expected to play a crucial role in shaping the government's economic agenda. Treasurer Jim Chalmers has a daunting task ahead of him as he navigates the complexities of unemployment, trade tensions, and housing affordability. As we analyze these developments, it's essential to acknowledge that both major parties face significant challenges. The coalition must rebuild and address its internal struggles, while Labour must capitalize on its majority to deliver tangible results for all Australians. In conclusion, the Australian political landscape is complex and multifaceted. As we move forward, it's crucial to prioritize fairness, balance, and transparency in our discussions. By doing so, we can foster a more informed and engaged citizenry, capable of holding their leaders accountable and driving positive change. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay informed.